What up? This is P Diggy 22 with your Battlefield 4 on the PS4 gameplay. These videos, these gameplay videos, do not do the graphics justice on the PlayStation 4. The graphics do look amazing. That's one good thing I could say about all the games. But all the launch titles have some major flaw. Battlefield seems to have the most. Um, First off, there's some of the game modes are limited. I haven't been able to play the 32 on 32 game mode yet. For whatever reason, Battlefield seems to crash all the time. At least, anytime I sign on, I usually crash at some point. And profiles, they corrupt. So anytime I change my in-game settings like sensitivity, sound, controls, anything like that, it will corrupt and then boot me out of the game. And then every time I sign on, I have to change my controls back, and then same thing happens. So Battlefield 4 needs a major patch on the PS4. What else did I want to say? And for whatever reason, when I play in Battlefield 4, like half the time, you know that feeling you get when you're lagging on Battlefield 4? It's like your character is tripping over himself. That seems to happen at an amazing amount of time for me. So it's really frustrating playing when my character is lagging, or it feels like he's lagging. Sometimes it just feels like it's the terrain and my character's stuttering, but other times it just feels like it's just lag. I don't know how to explain it. But if you play Battlefield 4, you probably know what I'm talking about. Other than that, like the game's pretty fun. It's just like waiting for it to be stable right now. So that's why you guys don't be in a rush to get PlayStation 4 or Battlefield 4 or any of the games, because the launch titles are fucking weak. All of them have major flaws. The free-to-play games though are still pretty good, like Warframe and even Resogun, or you could play those. Those will hold you over until something like really good comes out, like Destiny or The Division. But Battlefield 4 needs some major work on PS4. Also, Battlefield 4 is the only game where you can't change the only shooter that I have, well, that I know of, where you can't change your triggers to L1 and R1. You have to play on L2 and R2. So that's why I changed all my controls just to be L2 and R2 now, because I don't want to learn different controller schemes for different games every time I want to play. Other than that, like the number one thing I don't like about Battlefield 4 is like it's so grindy. I don't want to level up every single gun. It's way too long. I got like 5,000 kills with one gun, and it's still not maxed out. Or I play predominantly with one gun for about 10 hours now, and it's not maxed out. And also, if you have like a boost running on Battlefield 4, let's say, and there's like 15 minutes left in the boost, and you want to activate another one, it will erase the 15 minutes you have left on your current one and just straight up replace it, so you'll lose the 15 minutes of boost. So make sure your boost runs completely out when you have one. Also, someone said that this the audio for this gameplay didn't upload, which seems to be, that's either a PlayStation share button or issue, PlayStation sharing issue, or that's a Battlefield 4 issue. You know what I mean? I don't know. They need to make it where you can support HD PVRs, because this is really a hassle to upload from PlayStation 4 to Facebook, and then download from Facebook to my computer, and then upload to YouTube. That's such a long process. Anyways, if you're deciding between like Ghosts, Battlefield 4, and Killzone for next gen, I would probably lean towards Killzone right now. because it does run the best and it's got the most customizable options and it's not a long grind like the other ones, you can pretty much pick up Killzone and be just as good as you're going to be in like a couple hours. Because there's not a bunch of major unlocks on Killzone. It's just a matter of learning the game's modes and the maps. And then you'll be fine whenever you sign on. Like Killzone, I dominate on Killzone, but like I said in my other video, it's just kind of boring. Because they don't have the player count right now. Or the games, for whatever reason, the kids there are creating playlists on Killzone. All the fanboys, they're making 7-on-7s and like 4v4s. No one's making a 12v12. So they're impossible to find. And as far as Ghost goes, it runs better for me on PS4 than it did on PS3. But I wouldn't say it's good though. I'd say it's okay, it's bearable. And all the games are bearable right now. None of them really stand out as like good. So you can pretty much pass on all those games and you're not going to miss much. But if you had to get one, I'd probably get Killzone. Just because you don't have to deal with lag and crashing, all that kind of bullshit that's in Call of Duty and Battlefield. All the exclusives run the best on PlayStation 4. So anytime you're going to get a multi-plat, or anytime you're choosing between a multi-plat and an exclusive, I'd always choose the exclusive. But you could just wait on the PlayStation 4, wait for the next patch for the system and the games, just pay attention to that. Because the system needs a patch to fix some things, and all the games have some major flaw. Call of Duty, it's the network. Battlefield, it's the network, and it's the crashing, and it's the game modes. Killzone, it's the player count, and the spawn boundaries. Yeah, so all of them have issues, so they're not really worth the trouble right now. They all need patches, the system needs a patch. So just keep an eye on that, and then I'd wait for the next model of PS4s or the next batch, just so you don't get fucked over with an HDMI or fractured hard drive or whatever's fuck's going on now. So the PS4 is good, the games not so good, and until the games are good, then it's kind of pointless. That's my thoughts right now. Alright. Peace.